What's going on, YouTube? By the way, shout out to Malbone, not sponsored, but I bought 2 of these hoodies from Nordstrom, and man, they are ridiculously soft. I love that brand. But today, I want to talk about probably the least viewed or exciting video I'll make, but I love it because I love this brand. I want to talk about golf shoes, specifically Truelinks Wear. They're a golf shoe brand located in Tacoma, Washington in the States, just maybe 15, 20 miles from where I live. It's a Northwest brand, so that's probably one of the reasons why I love them. But the biggest reason I love them is because their shoes are not as conventional or standard as most golf shoes, and all of them are spikeless, so you can wear them on and off the golf course. And I probably wear these way more off the golf course than on the golf course. So I'm going to share the 4 pairs that I own and some accessories from True that I really dig, and then hopefully you'll consider them as maybe a shoe brand that you're into, if you're not maybe going against the grain from the FootJoys, the Nikes, those type of standard traditional golf shoes. But the first shoe that I own from True is the OGs. They actually make an updated version called the OG 1.2, I believe, but this guy is probably, 8 or 9 years of True creation, but I've owned this for maybe 4 or 5 years. It was a gift from my wife. I showed her the website. I said, check out this brand. Isn't this so different, so cool? And she sprung and got me one of these guys. But this is the blue and gray colorway. It's a pretty great shoe. It's probably a little different looking than most other golf shoes, but I would say this is the most traditional like golf shoe that True makes, in the sense that it's much more structured, it's much more fitted than maybe some of their other golf shoes. But a couple cool things, or I guess noteworthy things about the OG is, one, it has kind of a non-existent tongue, in the sense that the tongue doesn't spread out. So a lot of people complain about trying to get in the golf shoe, and I would say I concur. It's hard to get your foot in here, but once it's in, it feels extremely comfortable. You feel like a lot of moisture won't get in your shoe, and you feel much more stability. And in a sense that you probably don't even need the laces. It's almost a sock-like kind of putting on of the shoe. The other thing is, it's definitely waterproof. I think it comes with maybe a 2-year warranty, but I've had these things for 3 or 4 years and still waterproof. I haven't re-waterproofed them or anything like that. I just wear them around and then clean them up. The other thing is the tread. Sorry, it's a little dirty, but the tread is pretty darn aggressive. I mean, you could wear this off the course, but when I say off the course, I mean I would wear this one just in the clubhouse and kind of around the car and things like that. I wouldn't really wear it into the store and stuff, but you could if you wanted to. It's definitely spikeless, but this is a great kind of fall and winter shoe. I would say this is a great kind of all season, but mainly ugly season type of shoe. The other important part about this guy is that the toe box is extremely wide. Unlike kind of the traditional kind of FootJoys, or kind of look like a classic dress shoe, or maybe even Nikes, this toe box is a lot wider, and your toes can kind of spread out quite a bit. And I would say for field players, this is exceptional, because a lot of field players want to feel really close and connected to the ground. That's where they create more torque and stability. So if you're a field player and you like kind of a wider foot, this guy definitely. And I would say sizes run true, no pun intended, for these shoes, for Truelinks. So OGs, check those out. The second True that I bought is the Knits. And man, did these look so different than any other golf shoe that I had, and I definitely agree they are different. It's a knit, so it's breathable, but it's not waterproof, so I don't even wear these guys if I'm playing maybe a 6 to 9 a.m. tee off. I just feel, at least maybe for the front 9, I just feel like I don't want to get my feet wet and then try to pray that they're going to dry out in the back 9. So if it's all clear and there's no dew in the grass, then I'll rock these guys. A couple things. One, it's not structured at all. So if I kind of roll this guy down, there's no structure whatsoever. Also, these are incredibly flexible. I mean, this guy, that's ridiculous, right? I love this guy. And I would say the tread is less aggressive. It's probably more like an athletic shoe, like almost kind of like a trail running, or just kind of a cross trainer. So I do have tremendous grip with this though. So I would say it works even in wet conditions really well, but I would say mainly a dry summer shoe. And the toe box, or sorry, not toe box, the opening does have a big tongue, so you can get your foot quite well in there. So yeah, this is great. This one is a green, it's a collab with Linksole, and I love that brand as well. They're from California, but this is a great casual shoe. I wear this guy actually a lot off the course to work. So I'll wear this with like a tech pant or a khaki or even a jean. And I mean, I probably would buy this if someone didn't say it was a golf shoe. It was just a normal shoe. I would definitely still buy this. It's super light, probably lighter and more comfortable than my Allbirds. In fact, I bought my second pair. The first pair I bought were these red guys. They don't make this colorway anymore, but damn, I wish they did. I wish I bought more of this colorway. But more and more colors now are more lighter, kind of the white, creams, grays, which I understand. It's more neutral, but this red is awesome. In terms of wear and tear, though, this one's maybe 3 years old. You can see that the sole is quite wearing down. I mean, obviously just the way that I pronate wears down, but the tread's kind of going off a little bit. That's expected. I mean, I rock this guy a lot off the course. I mean, I ran a 10K in this. I've deadlifted 405 in this. I've done CrossFit work sets in this. I mean, I basically replaced my Nanos and all other shoes with this guy for maybe a 2-year period. So this now has been demoted to the yard work or kind of outside bum around shoe, but I would say this is still a phenomenal shoe even 2, 3, 4 years later. Okay, the last shoe that I want to share is actually in my travel bag from True. I own a few travel bags, one from Jones, one from Nike. This one by far is my favorite because it's probably the most versatile. It does kind of have some chill, non-discreet kind of logo, so we have this kind of this raised embossed, or I don't know what this is, maybe a neoprene badge on here. It does say True on the side and True on the inside, but I would say you could probably rock this not even with golf shoes. Just a great travel bag for a shoe or just even just to carry stuff in. Comes with an adjustable strap, which a lot of them don't, so you can sling over your body or your bag. And then it has a couple exterior pockets, so one big guy. I don't put anything in the back here, but you definitely could. And what's nice about the bottom is it's pretty, scratch proof, resistant, waterproof, so that's great, so you can kind of just lay it down on the ground. But I'll spend just a minute talking about what's in my golf bag because I think a lot of things I carry in my golf shoe bag, most people carry in their golf bag. And I think it's a big no-no. I mean, it's just extra weight, extra padding in your golf bag. You don't need that. All the stuff that I carry in here is before or after a round, not during a round. So, keep it in your bag, keep it in your car. You don't need to lug that around. So in the first kind of smaller mini pocket, I carry two things. One, I carry a beanie. This is definitely like a game day decision. In the morning I decide, it's gonna be cold, it's gonna be rainy, and I'll either put this on or just leave it in my bag. This one's by True. It kind of has this speckled look to it. I think it's really cool. Probably an impulse buy when I was buying some of my shoes, but it does the trick and it's super comfortable. The second one is, during the pandemic, I also carry a mask. This is in case I forget one in the car or I don't bring one at all and I forget it at home. You definitely want to have a mask during the pandemic because a lot of clubhouses require masks, and I would hate to not be able to golf if I couldn't pay for my round or check in. So I always carry a spare mask right there. If I go into the bag, it's not quite a clamshell, but I would say it opens up quite wide enough to kind of look in there. There's two big pockets here and then a couple smaller ones maybe for like pens or pencils or something like that. But kind of two categories. One is sunscreen or sun coverage. So I carry one for the body, SPF 50. This guy is for your arms, it's for your legs, it's for all those things. And then I carry one for my face, another SPF 50, usually a little more, a little more heavier coverage, but gentle on the face. And then of course, you have to carry deodorant. It's more for after the round, but I want to stay fresh. I also carry a smaller pack of a fragrance or cologne, so I'm going to spritz that after the round too, just to feel fresh if I'm catching up with other people. Okay, going into the bag, and you can see the bag is quite large, and then there's some branding in there, which is the trademark and some, maybe, I don't know what's in here, coordinates, enjoy the walk, those kind of things. So cool, subtle, but nice branding. Okay, so these are my favorite shoes of all the Trues. These are, sorry, got a video playing over here. These are the TL-01s. Maybe they're a few years old. I think they're actually discontinuing this shoe, which is sad because I love this shoe. But they have a ton of new shoes coming out. So in fact, they having their releases shown on their website, so you can kind of keep an eye on the next month or two when things drop. So I think that's a really cool thing that they're doing about that. So it's called the Future. But anyways, the TL-01s. These are my favorite because they're the most inconspicuous golf shoe in the sense that you could definitely wear this and no one would know it's a golf shoe, or if you told them it was, they'd be like, it looks great. So a couple things. One, it's waterproof. It's a leather upper. So I wear these sometimes in wet conditions or dry conditions. So if I'm playing around, which maybe gets into the 60s, 70s, but I'm starting off early like I talked about, and I won't wear the knits, I'll wear these guys because they keep my feet dry in the mornings, and then as it dries up, I can still wear these in the afternoon and it's still breathable. So another thing too is the sole is a little thicker than the knits, but I think it's probably more cushion. It's definitely more padded, almost like a gum sole, I would say. And then the tread themselves is actually pretty beefy here. And I would say this design, if you take a picture in your head of this, this is kind of the shoe design or the sole design that they're most famous for. So a lot of their marketing campaigns, you'll see this kind of wave, which is kind of their calling card there. In terms of the opening, the tongue again does not open very well. It's like this sock-like fitting, which most people say is annoying. I concur. It's hard to get in here, but I would say once you're in again, and it's very comfortable. Most of their shoes run true to size, no pun intended. This one, most people online and myself, it runs a little small, and I would say not extremely small, and so I combat this with wearing a thinner sock. And then the interior is so padded. I mean, look how thick that heel cup is. It's so padded that I don't think that wearing a thin sock will bother you. In fact, you could probably wear these barefoot and get away with it. They're that comfortable. Again, they're really malleable. They're super light. I think they check all of the boxes for a golf shoe. In fact, this is definitely my #1 shoe if I'm playing an afternoon round and then I want to catch up with some friends or family for maybe coffee or dinner. I wear these straight off the course. I leave them on and go right in the coffee shop, right into the restaurant. So I've worn these a lot on business trips as well. So maybe I'm playing around and I'm taking my my business attire as well. I want to bring an extra pair of golf shoes. I'll just bring these so I can wear these on the plane, wear them on the course. It's kind of my one shoe for the entire trip, which is pretty amazing. So that's my review on the Truelinks. I think they're an amazing brand, of course, because they're local and they're Northwest, but also because they're so versatile for on and off the course. And I just think they're extremely unique, and there's a ton of different ones for you to choose from. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.